want you to know that we support you all the way.
Thank you.
We all stand on one message about supporting public education.
Reform to them means close your schools, fire your teachers, lay off cafeteria workers, get rid of custodians, lay off attendance counselors, get rid of truancy officers, fire guidance counselors. That doesn't sound like reform to me. That sounds like dismantling of public schools.
Do we have failure factories? We have highly segregated schools with high populations of students living in poverty.
Public schools are
Our school!
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 You got it.
Our kids are not for sale. When education, and I don't know when education became a business and not a public right. They are public schools. They're ours. We need to put the public in them. The public, the taxpayers, not only in those communities, but in the state of New Jersey, have to have a voice on how their public schools are run and controlled. No one knows better than the people in that community what our public students need.
We have a duty to fight.
We have a duty to fight.
We have a duty to win.
We have a duty to win.
We must love and protect one another.
We must love and protect one
We
another.
have nothing to lose but our change.
We have nothing to lose but our change.
We have a duty to fight.
We have a duty to fight.
We have a duty to win.
We have a duty to
We
win.
must love and protect one another.
Love and protect one another.
We have nothing to lose but our change.
We have nothing to lose but our change.
Curriculums are based around testing instead of learning. It hurts the students because all they can think about is this HESPA that's next week, this NJEdMarch that's in 2 weeks, and if I don't pass it, I'm not going to graduate. What you should really be thinking about is your community and how you can give back to your community and how you could get the most out of your education, not a stupid test, to be honest.
We will not continue to be manipulated. You can't send to us junk and tell us it's a diamond. We know the difference. And the legislators that are standing here with you today, no, we don't close public schools. We fund public education. We support public education. And our children, no matter where they live, have the right to have a thorough and efficient education, and will not stop our voice, will not stop our demands, and will not stop holding people accountable. Remember where your friends are, and take care of those who are not. God bless.
What's happening to public education in our inner cities should be cause for alarm for every citizen of New Jersey. Suburban districts may not be under state control, but we only need to look at places like Highland Park, where I know Highland Park is here, and Montclair, and Perth Amboy, to see communities standing up and fighting back. So we in the suburbs must stand shoulder to shoulder with our parents and children from Newark and Camden and Patterson and Trenton. Because if it can happen in our inner cities, it will happen anywhere. We must stop this madness.
The problems that's plaguing public education in this state are not germane to the urban districts.
Right.
They're germane throughout the district.
Yay!
Even these teacher evaluations, which I just come from a meeting on,
Where?
this whole new core curriculum and how you implement it, it's going to be very problematic. And if it's problematic, the kinds of problems that Newark and Patterson and Jersey City and Camden have already, the other districts are going to have.
Imagine your teachers, those that have dedicated their lives to children, to the profession, and to educating the next generation of thinkers and creators, being replaced by someone with only 5 weeks of training, and who is only obligated to stay for 2 years. Teach for America brings in some of the most inexperienced teachers and puts them into low-income schools and communities, the same places that need the most experienced and most dedicated teachers.
We have a right to govern our own lives. We have the right to govern our own school system. We have a right to determine what our kids learn and what they don't. We have a right to determine who's in our kids' schools and who's not. We have a right to keep our school buildings open. They belong to the people and not the corporations. They belong to the people and not the governor. In fact, the governor should belong to the people. They don't have a right to come in our city and tell us what to do. They don't have a right to come in our city and tell us they're going to close our neighborhood schools and then tell you it's reform. The children in Newark belong to the parents of Newark. And the first people that should have a say-so in what goes on in Newark are the parents of the children of that city. We have rights just like any parents all across this country. We have rights like any parents all across this country. We should be able to determine what happens to the future of our babies in our city.